Yes. Okay.
So yes, so the new moon was a couple days ago, and so we're going to do balancing half moon with a little tweak to it from what we normally do, and I think it'll be fun. So we have that, and then I'll type this in the announcements. I'll put it in a separate video, maybe. I have a book started, my second book, and it's the Everyday Magic, spelled, there's Connie, spelled with M-A-J-I-C-K, the old spelling of magic, and it's stories from the soul. So this book is about experiences that we have. Some people have more than others. It just depends on where you're at. But there's spiritual experiences like you might have communication with family on the other side. You might have during your walks out in the woods, you might have special connections with nature. So what I'm doing, I'm putting all my stories in this book, but I'm opening it up to other people. If they have stories too that they want to share, we will put them in the book. If the people that share have a business, I will list your business so that people can contact you, and if they want to start a dialogue about your story or your business. So I'm hoping to, a soft goal date is July 1st, so I would need submissions by May 1st. So if you have stories to tell, I'm accepting up to 5 for people who are wordy like I am. And I think it's going to be a great book. I have a couple business people that I already have on Kindle. I mean, it's through Kindle Direct, but it'll be on Amazon and Kindle. So anyway, if you have stories, then send them in. All right, so welcome, Connie.
Okay,
Hi, Connie. Sheila here.
still on my phone.
and Jeannie is waving.
Still on my phone, Yoga.
Oh, yeah. Well, at least you can go on YouTube if you need a bigger picture, if you need to see the big picture. All right.
YouTube's not while you're recording, is it?
Yeah, we're recording.
But I mean, I could turn on my TV and do this through YouTube tonight. Oh, you don't have it posted yet, right?
No, I don't. No, but I was kind of joking, really. I guess it didn't go over too big. But
It's a joke.
yeah, well, hey, laughter is good whether you get the joke or not, right?
Right.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. And hope everybody's warm and toasty. I have my jacket down here in case the heater is not too warm. Oh, what's this on my, oh. All right, so the new moon 2 days ago was on in Pisces, and the astrology of it is all about your spirit and what nurtures your spirit. So we're going to use our yoga to nurture our spirits today and just enjoy and allow spirit to feed us through inspiration, through encouragement and movement. So we'll ground it into movement. We'll make it real. So just to center a little bit, maybe close your eyes and let the world go on without you for a few minutes. Oh, my guide just came in. Always gives me a chill. Become aware of your breath now. Feel the movement. Your ribs expand and relax. Your abdomen expands and relaxes. Feel the coolness as the air comes in through your nostrils. And you might feel the warmth as you exhale through your nose. See if your breath is feeling smooth or erratic. And just allow yourself to feel good. Whatever it takes, whatever you need to think about, whether it's family or beautiful scenery, being in nature, being with your pets. Let yourself feel good. Trust that all is well. We just maintain the focus that all is well from within us because we're connected to spirit. Notice your muscles and joints. Just move a little bit here or there and see if you're tight or sore, aligned in your spine. And draw your palms into Anjali Mudra. And start with your deep breath. Just turn your fingertips down towards the floor, arms out to the side, and breathe in as you lift arms overhead. So just imagine as you lift your arms, you're drawing in a bubble of wonderful, nurturing, spiritual energy, bringing it all around you. Prana, white light, energy, breathing it in, clearing your chakras, your pranic tube in the center of your body. And one more round. ending again in Anjali Mudra. All right, we'll start some moves. Just come up onto the balls of your feet. And we'll rock on our toes. Now, just lift up so that your fingertips can still reach the floor, and press your heels down to stretch your Achilles tendon and up into your calf, the soleus muscle. And come forward, bring your knees down onto the floor, and sit on your toes for a few breaths. If it gets excruciatingly painful, just come up, forward, or you can let the tops of your feet back down onto the floor. But I was reminded of how important the feet are because I have a friend that lives out of town who has a business where she's standing all day in a florist shop. And she and her husband both have fasciitis, plantar fasciitis, which is where the band, I'll just show you real quick, the band along the bottom of the foot, which is around the ball of your foot, and that comes all the way up through the arch and to the heel, that gets very tight and painful, and it can make a lot of difficulty with walking. But stretching helps it, and I think you can prevent it through a regular practice of yoga, including moves for your feet, and also rolling your feet on the tennis ball, or there are foot rollers specifically for that. But just give your feet a good stretch, and we'll do some things in standing as well. All right. So let's lift up into just a comfortable forward fold. Let your body hang. Bend your knees and straighten, loosening up the backs of your knees and hamstrings. Let's see if you can come in a little closer to your legs as they loosen up. Hold for a couple of breaths in your stretch. Breathe. And release the stretch. Lower your hips and we'll lift up. Just bring our arms out to the side. Press the floor away. Lift. Reach, and now we'll stretch the other way. But first, reach fingertips to the sky as you press feet firmly to connect with the earth. Reach up out of your hips. Lift up out of your shoulders. Engage hips and thighs, and we'll go into a back bend. So breathe as you lift and arch to the back. Open the chest. Lengthen in the spine. Come back to center. Step forward on your mat, and we'll prepare for warming in Warrior One. Breathe. Soften your knees. Take your left leg back into Warrior One. Reach up. And then some vinyasa moves. Inhale back. Exhale forward. And then hold your pose. Reach fingertips up with a deep breath. Exhale, lower and reach for the floor. Palms on either side of your foot. You may need to let the back foot out a little bit more, but just lift up into sun pose. Lift your chin. And we'll press back up into Warrior One. You can take it in stages. Come onto your fingertips. Lift your torso and then come up with your arms. And pull back. Inhale. Step it in. Just rest your shoulders for a moment. As a matter of fact, let's circle around to loosen them up. And reverse. And take your arms out to the side for a few crisscrosses. Loosen arms, shoulders, chest, upper back. And then walk them forward and back. And then bring them both up overhead, taking another breath. Soften your knees and take your right leg back into Warrior One. And then a few vinyasa moves. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, forward. Keep lifting fingertips to the ceiling. And reach up and back. And come back to center and reach for the floor for sun pose. Lift your chin, looking up as though at the sun to honor the sun's light and the nurturance that we receive from the sun. Good. And then just come up onto your fingertips. Firmly press down in both feet and lift up into Warrior One once again. And pull back, inhale, step it in, bring palms over your heart. Come back to the center of your mat, separate your feet and lower down. Bend your knees. We'll loosen the hip joints, taking one knee back and then the other. And come into center. Bring palms together and press palms in towards your heart, thumbs touching the sternum, and a little bit more loosening up. Okay, I'm going to lift up, and somebody's connection got severed, so we're going to let them back in. Okay, there she goes. All right, welcome
I don't
back.
know what happened. It just kicked me off.
Well, I thought it kicked 2 people off because I heard the sounds, but
I'll mute myself now.
This is
okay.
Connie. It kicks me off too. It's Connie.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
What's going on?
I
Must
don't
be
know.
there's a lot of tectonic activity and a lot of pretty heavy duty earthquakes this week. So we'll just have to watch. So we were just opening our hips. So if you want to join in on that, because that will help you in your warrior 2 and in the balancing half moon with the tweak that I'm going to give you. It's a variation, not tweak your moon. All right. So come into Malasana. Now here's another place where you can receive nurturance up into your feet and into the perineum, your root chakra, allowing earth energy to flow up into your body to help ground you, to connect with Earth Mother. Let's come over on, it would be your right foot, and just stretch out your left leg. Flex your foot. You'll get a stretch on the inner thigh and some of your hamstring muscles. It's an awesome stretch. Now, turn towards the bent knee. Bring the back foot with the toes onto the floor. Face the front leg. You may have to step it out a little bit to come back into sun pose. Bring the back foot down onto the floor. Lift up onto your fingertips. You may need to bring the back foot in closer, and that's fine, whatever helps you to hold stable and aligned. Bring the hips pointing forward and try to straighten the front knee for a delicious stretch on that front leg. So when you come down head to knee, you're not trying to bring your body over to the knee. You're staying in center with the straight knee. And then come back down into sun pose. Pivot to the front once again. Heel down, toes up. Bring that leg in. And other side, stretch it out. And you can stretch the extended leg, but you can also use your elbow to open the other leg with the bent knee. Just press it. Now turn, pivot, bring the back foot down onto the ball, lift the heel, front foot, just bring it forward a little bit into your sun pose. Lift your chin. Now bring the back foot down onto the floor, pull back in the hips, straighten the front leg, and try to get the hip bones to point forward. And head to knee. Breathe, extend, and exhale, relax. Breathe, extend, exhale, relax. A really great stretch on the calf, on the back leg, if you're pressing down in the heel. All right. Come back into sun pose. Return facing front. And come back in. Lift your hips up. Feet are just hip width, head to knee. And lower your hips. Bring your arms up overhead. Take your time so you don't get dizzy. Press arms overhead. Reach and breathe. Again, engage hips and thighs. Reach up out of the spine and into a standing back bend. And come back to center. Now, if you have a wall that you can back up to, I have one that's right handy here. It looks like most of you have a wall. You want to be maybe 3 to 4 feet away from the wall. Just bring your hands into flexion. Lift your arms, engage hips and thighs. Reach up through your elbows. Exhale and just reach for the wall. You can look behind you and place both palms on the wall if you can. Lift your chest. Elongate your spine. Press palms against the wall. Straighten your elbows if possible. And then reach one arm forward for that invisible rope. And release. Come back to the center of your mat. Separate your feet and swing in your standing twist. So that is one approach to stretching and bending for the wheel, the back bend in yoga. And the counter pose, one of the counter poses is to twist. All right, so we want to come into warrior 2 now. So just step forward on your mat. Breathe palms in. And exhale. Bend your knees. Reach your left leg back into warrior 1. Breathe arms overhead. See if you can get a little back bend in here, especially after having practiced at the wall a little bit. Open the chest, bring the shoulders back, arms by your ears. And come back to center. Reach up, inhale. And pivot into your warrior 2. And just a couple of vinyasa moves. Just breathe it in. Exhale out. Breathe in. Exhale out. And deepen into your pose. Gaze over the fingertips, over the bent knee. Keep opening that knee to wherever it will go. Deepen. Breathe. Root your feet into the ground. It's spring. Plant yourself. All right. Breathe that knee in. We're just going to turn the back foot in and the front toes forward. Take in your breath. Exhale out into your warrior two. And breathe it in. Exhale out. And hold your pose. Gaze over the bent knee. Press down in the back hip. Sometimes we have a little tendency to ride up there. Just press it down. Gives you even better stretch in the back leg. Lengthen in the spine. All right. Breathe that knee in. Turn the toes the other direction. Come out into warrior two. Draw the knee in. Exhale it out. And lift the palms up as you pivot to face front again in warrior one. If you need to bring the back foot in a little closer for stability, that's fine. And then pull back and step it in, palms together. All right. So now we'll want to be sideways on the mat for balancing half moon. Just separate your feet a little beyond hip width. Turn your left toes forward and the back heel out. Bend the front knee. I'm going to have to move this so I don't hit my head on the corner of it. So bend the front knee, open the knee over the center line of the foot. Bring your right arm alongside your body. Try to keep the shoulders and the hips pointing forward and reach down diagonally off the pinky toe about a foot. Once again, rotate shoulders and hips forward and transfer the weight onto the front foot and lift into your balancing half moon. Lift the arm, open the hip, feel that psoas muscle, your iliacus getting a stretch here. Lift the leg up. Now from right here, bend the knee and see if you can reach that ankle. Ah. If you lose it, just come back in, reach for your ankle and lift your knee for a great thigh stretch. But open the hips, open the shoulders, straight leg. Lift that knee and release it. Let the foot down and press down both feet. Lift up slowly out of your balancing half moon. Yeah, you can do a standing twist if you want. Absolutely. Whatever feels good. And the hand that you had on the floor, you might check it out, check the wrist, check your fingers. And we'll go to the other side. If you need to loosen up in shoulders, check them out. Sometimes we'll be working so hard, we'll tighten up someplace else. So check. All right. Turn your right toes forward. Bend the knee, the back foot on an angle. Heel away, toes in. Your left arm stays against your body. Open the knee. Open the hips. So you're pulling back in this hip and pressing the knee open. And come down. A foot away from the pinky toe, but away on the diagonal. Then rotate the shoulders and hips forward once again. Just realign. Transfer the weight onto the front foot. And lift the back leg up. When you feel stable, lift your arm into balancing half moon. Keep working towards opening that hip. Such a nice stretch on the iliacus. Now bend the upper leg. You can bring the knee in a little bit if you need to reach for that ankle. And then pull the knee up into a thigh stretch. Open the shoulders and the hip. Lift the knee. Breathe. And release the leg down and come back up. Shake it out. All right. Come down onto your mat. I find it's always nice to do a 4 square after the balancing half moon. So sitting on both hip bones, bend in your right knee, bring your left leg up on top. Be sure to make room by moving that hip, or I'm sorry, the heel out. Lift in your spine. Get comfortable seated. Take in your breath. Exhale and hinge forward into a stretch. Nurture your hips here by breathing in prana, life force energy, directing it into your hips, wherever you feel the stretch happening. You may feel it more in a hamstring than your glutes, so just see where you feel it. Press down on your legs, lift the crown of your head. Pause for a moment so that your tendons and ligaments and muscles don't snap back like a rubber band. Let your body relax and enjoy this position, this pose. And lean back, switch your legs. The more you bring the lower leg forward, the foot forward, the more you have the shins parallel, the more stretch you're going to receive in that hip. Compare it to the first side. You want the top foot flexed. I forgot to mention that on the first leg. Relaxing your hips, your low back. Breathe and reach up through your spine, through your crown. Exhale and hinge forward wherever your body will go. And you can use your hands to gauge that movement by lowering down gently. Stretch on the exhale. If it comes to a place where you're feeling pain, just back away, taking a nice deep breath. Exhale and see if your body will go forward again into the stretch. And then pause where you feel resistance. Breathe and exhale again. If you want your endorphins to flow, do these stretches in yoga. What better way to nurture yourself than to give yourself nurturing endorphins? All right, press down on your legs. Gently lift up. Lean back, bring your palms behind you, stretch out your legs, and roll your hips side to side. Shake out your legs if you need to. Circle around in your ankles. Squeeze your toes. Another good exercise for your toes after your shower or your bath. Just place the towel on the floor and reach and try to pick up the towel with your toes. Bend your toes and pull it back. So as though you want to pick up the towel. All right, so just relax down onto your back for a blissful Shavasana. Relax. What better way to nurture yourself than to give yourself Shavasana? Relaxing down into the earth. Allow your body to sink down against the mat. Receive now, receive nurturance from spirit. Open your palms. Open your heart, your chakras. And let good flow into you. Good feelings, good abundance, good emotions. Now bring your awareness back. And as you come back, generate the emotion, the feeling of gratitude. Now bring some little moves into your body. Start to stretch and bring yourself back, bringing all that nurturance and that light, that connection that you've increased. Bring it all with you to hold close to your heart. Slide your feet together and lift your knees. Draw them in close. Come to one side and press up into sitting. Bring your hands into mudra if you wished to seal in the benefits of your efforts from this session, this practice. And then bring palms into Anjali Mudra over your heart. And may the nurturance that you've received in the last hour be multiplied 1,000-fold as you head towards sleep tonight, bringing you phenomenal dreams and great feelings. So thank you for joining me. I love it when you're here. Namaste, everybody.
I love being here, so thank you.
Oh, yes, yes.
Good.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
Hey,
Thank you. Very nice.
everybody. It's Michelle here. Just asking for, if you're new here, to subscribe, to like, to share, to comment. If you are looking for a tarot reading, numerology reading, learning about your soul path, and we have a prosperity planner that gives you a month by month little paragraph on what the energies will be like for you personally. It's a lot of fun. So just contact me and we'll plan to get together. We can do it all on Zoom. We don't have to be in person. So we have a lot of fun with it. All right. So have a great day, evening, depending on when you're seeing this. Okay. Bye now. Namaste.